This is Akanksha Rawat from Pillai HSC College of Arts, Science and Commerce to deliver a lecture on Gaussian elimination method. So before starting with this topic, let's first know what are linear equations and how do we usually solve linear equations. So everyone knows that what is a linear equation. So whatever algebraic expressions we are having, algebraic expressions means wherever two sides we write equal with an equal to sign, that is what is called as an algebraic expression. So algebraic expression, when this algebraic expression, the highest power of the variable is 1, then that algebraic expression is said to be a linear equation. So basically we can say the degree of the algebraic expression is 1, then we say that algebraic expression is a linear equation. So this Gaussian elimination method, which we are going to use to solve the system of linear equations. So there are three equations, you can see linear equations. So we are going to solve these linear equations using Gaussian elimination method. Now what is this Gaussian elimination method is? In general, we solve linear equations using different methods, which are elimination method, then substitution method. We use these methods to solve linear equations, and that is very easy if we are having only two linear equations with only two variables. But if suppose we are having more than two variables like 3, 4 or 5 or more than that, so solving by those methods becomes a little bit difficult. So for that we are having this Gaussian elimination method. So in this Gaussian elimination method we use matrices. So what are matrices? It is just a box with some elements with number of rows and number of columns. So that matrices we are going to use to solve these linear equations. How we are going to start with that? So we have these three equations, three linear equations with three variables. So x, y, z are the variables which are unknowns, we can say. So we are going to solve linear equations means what? Solving linear equations means we need to find the values for these x, y and z. Okay, so let's start finding the values. So you can use any method, but we are going to use Gaussian elimination method. So this method, in this method what we do, we form three matrices. So three matrices, since these are three linear equations, so we'll make three matrices here, and for others also we make three matrices. So there are three matrices are, first we'll make a matrix A, which will be matrix of the coefficients of these variables. So we have three variables x, y, z, respective coefficients we are going to form the matrices. So first we'll form the matrices for x variable. So x, for the variables x we have coefficients 2, 4 and -2. So we'll write that 2 and -2. Then the coefficients of variable y, we'll write that as 3, 4 and 3. Then we have the coefficient of z's, which is -1, -3 and -1. So this is what A is called as coefficient matrices, or we can call it as coefficient matrix. Okay, so A is what? A is coefficient matrix. Same way we are going to form a matrix B, which will be a matrix of unknowns. So what are my unknowns? X, y and z. So these are my unknowns. You know, when we can do the matrix multiplication only when the number of columns of the first matrix is equal to the number of rows of the second matrix. So you can see that this is 3 cross 3 and this is 3 cross 1. So since these two numbers are same, so we can multiply this matrix A and B, because we are going to form A, B equals to X, or we can give this name as X and this as B, suppose. So we can call this unknown matrix as X. So we have to multiply these two matrices, and we can multiply only if this number of columns and number of rows are same. Now we are going to form a matrix B. The matrix B will be a matrix of the constant terms. So constant terms where variable is not involved, we are going to make the matrix as 5, 3 and 1. Okay, so now we have these matrices. A matrix, which is a matrix of all the coefficients. X is a matrix with all the unknowns, and B is with the constant matrix. Okay, so now we have to solve this matrix to get the values for x, y and z. So for that, what we are going to do is we are going to convert this matrix A into a upper triangular or a lower triangular, but I'll prefer with upper triangular matrix. So upper triangular matrix, everyone knows that all the upper elements below the diagonal elements, everything will be 0. So in that form, if I'm making in that form, then it will be very easy to find the values for x, y and z. So for that, for making this A matrix as upper triangular matrix, we have to eliminate all this elements 4, minus 2 and 0. That is, we need to make them as 0. So when we'll do that, for that we have to do the row operations. So we'll be performing row operations here to make these 3 terms as 0. So the very first row operation what I am going to do is, see, this is 2. So using this 2, this element, row 1 element, I am going to make this 4 and this 2 as minus 2 as 0. So what can we do to make this 4 and minus 2 as 0? So what I will do is, I will change this my row R2 to, so I know that if I am making this 2 as 4, then 4 minus 4 will be 0. So what I will do is, I will multiply 2 with the first row. So I will multiply row 1 with 2 and then row 2 minus 2R1. So if I am going to change this, then row 2 will be changed to this form. Similarly for R3 also, I need to change my R3. So R3 is minus 2. So if I am adding it to the first row, I will get the element as 0. So now R3 I will be changing to R3 plus R1. So by this 2 operations, I will get these 2 elements entries as 0 for the matrix. Okay, so let's try. So this first row will be unchanged, it will remain as it is. Now 4, R2 ka first element is 4, so 4 minus 2 into 2, which is 0. Okay, then the next entry of row 2, which is 4, so 4 minus 2 into 3, so 2 into 3 is 6, so 4 minus 6 is minus 2. I'll get minus 2 here. For the next entry, I'll do the same thing. So minus 3, this minus and minus will become plus, so plus 2, so minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1. So this is my second row is changed to 0, minus 2 and minus 1. Now the last row also we have to do the same changes. So it is R3 plus R1. So minus 2 plus 2 will be 0, 3 plus 3 will be 6 and minus 1 plus minus 1 will be minus 2. So this is what my matrix A is now changed. Okay, there will be no changes in the unknown matrix. Again, the same changes which we have done for the matrix A, the same row elimination, row transformation we have to do for matrix B also. Okay, so this is 5, this will remain unchanged because it is in the first row. Then second row, 3 minus 2 5s are 10. So 3 minus 2 5s are 10, minus 7 I will get here. Okay, then next is this 1 plus 5, that will give me 6. So this is what my new after row elimination, row method, I can say row changing, after changing the rows, this is what I am getting. Now the next step is to make this as 0. Okay, so how I'll make this as 0? Again the same thing, I'll use this second row. To make the third row 0, I am going to use the second row. So the changes which we need to do is R3 will change to, now see how this 6 will become as 0 by using minus 2. So what we need to do is we just have to multiply minus 2 with 3. So I'll get minus 6 and then after adding these 2 terms, I'll get the term as 0. So what I'll do is R3 will change to R3 plus 3 times R2. So 3 into minus 2 will be minus 6 and this 6 will become 0. So this is the only change which is required for the next matrix. Okay, so we'll get 2, 3, minus 1. This 2 rows will be unchanged, only we need to change the third. So there will be no changes in the first entry because the above entry is 0. Then this will also become 0 and this will be minus 2 plus, it will be minus 3 only, because minus plus 3 into minus 1 is minus 3. So minus 2 minus 3 will be minus 5. So this is what we are getting. x, y, z. Again the same changes we have to make for the row B. It will be minus 21 and plus 6. So it will give me minus 50. Correct? Minus 21 plus 6 will give me minus 50. So this is what I am getting. So can you see now this matrix is an upper triangular matrix because all the lower entries diagonal and below to the diagonal it is 0. So this is what is an upper triangular matrix. So this is where we need to stop our row transformation, row elimination. We have to stop here. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to form, everyone know how to multiply a matrix. So we have to multiply first row with first column, second row with, since it is 3 cross 1 and this is 3 cross 3, we can multiply it, and now this after multiplication I will get 3 cross 1. So 3 cross 1 means I am going to get a matrix of this form after multiplication. So basically we are going to get a matrix of order 3 cross 1. So how we will get that? We need to multiply this row with this column, then this row with this column and this row with this column. So in this way I will get the 3 entries and then we just have to do the multiplication. So now we need to multiply these two matrices. Let's multiply this. So 2 into x plus 3 into y plus minus 1 into z. So first entry we will get as 2x plus 3y minus z. This is my first entry. Then second entry will be second row with the first column. So it is 0 into x, so x value won't come. So minus 2 into y, so minus 2y minus 1 into z will be minus z. Then the third row is only first two entries are not there. So third row with first column, so x and y we won't be getting these variables. So only minus 5z, this is equal to 5 minus 7 and minus 15. Now we know that when two matrices are equal, so this is also a 3 cross 1 matrix and this is also a 3 cross 1 matrix, and we need to multiply these, these two matrices are equal. So equality of matrices state that each element will be equal to the corresponding element of the equal matrix. Okay. So now by this we can have 3 equations. Again we will be having 3 linear equations, and then the solving these 3 linear equations will be very easy. So let's see how we are going to get the linear equations. So this will be my first, and this is equal to its corresponding entry, which is 5. Okay. Next this will be equal to corresponding entry minus 7, and this is equal to corresponding entry minus 15. So these are the 3 equations which I am getting after all these transformations, after all these matrix, getting the upper triangular matrix and all this. Okay. Now can you see from this third equation I can directly write the value for z. So it will be z will be equal to minus 15 by minus 5, which will be 3. So I got the value for z. Now this value for z I need to substitute in the second equation. So when I will substitute this value of z in the second equation, I will get the value for y. So let's just do that. So minus 2y minus 3 is equals to minus 7. I will take this minus 7 to the other side. So I will get minus 3 to the other side first. So it will become plus 3. So I will get minus 2y equals to minus 7 plus 3, which is minus 4. So I will get the value for y as 2. Same. Now this value for y and this value for z we are going to substitute in the first equation to get the value for x. So let's just do that. So 2 into x plus 3 into, what is the value for y we got? It is 2. Minus z we got 3. Let's solve this equation. So we will get 2x plus 6 minus 3 equals to 5. So 6 minus 3 is plus 3. That plus 3 we are going to take to the other side. So it will be 5 minus 3. So 5 minus 3 I will get as 5 plus 3 I will get. No, plus 6 minus 3 will be minus plus 3, and that side it will be minus. Okay. So we will get 5 minus 3, which is 2. So the value for x is 1. So we have solved the linear equations using Gaussian elimination method. So we got the values for x, y and z. So these are the solutions for the given linear equations. Linear equations which was given in the starting, for that 3 linear equations we got the value, the solution for that, which is the value for x, y and z. So at the end you can just write the solution for the linear equations as x equals to 1, y equals to 2, z equals to 3. So this is how you solve easily by Gaussian elimination method. Okay, so even this is only a linear equation with 3 variables. You can use for 4, 5 and 6. So any solving a matrix by row elimination method is very easy. You just have to make the upper triangular matrix, and that is very easy as compared to the substitution method. So substitution method can be used for lower numbers, but when the number of the value for n, there are so many linear equations, a set of linear equations, then it will be very difficult to solve using those substitution or elimination method. So for that we can just use this matrix form, which is Gaussian elimination method, to solve the linear equations. Okay, so you can use this method to solve 4, 5 and 6 unknowns also. Okay, thank you so much.